He's a nice guy, but he's a dick on a priest. You know, he's no help. That's for sure.
All right, I want to see if you guys know this one. Ready? Okay, here we go. Welcome back to Sports Econ 101. I'm Edward Brown, your host, along with Vern Glenn and Bruce McGowan. When we cut to the second commercial break, we asked this trivia question. In the 6 Rocky movies, what was Rocky's record in the ring?
I'm going to say 9 and 2.
9 and 2.
In six movies.
Yeah, 9 and 2.
He's very tired.
I'm gonna go 4 and 2, Edward.
You're very close. 4 wins, 3 losses.
Wow.
Okay, now
4 and 3. Okay.
now okay.
In
So,
6 movies.
yes.
But the numbers don't add up.
Okay, well, here we go.
Okay.
First of all, in Rocky 1, a lot of people forget this. He beat Spider Rico in the beginning of the film.
Oh, that's
It
right.
was right. It's a short.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
In Rocky 2, he loses to Apollo Creed. Excuse me, wait. I'm
First
sorry,
Rocky,
I'm sorry.
yeah. So he's
In-
1 and
in-
1 coming out of the
I'm
first Rocky.
sorry. Yeah. Okay. So in Rocky 1, he wins Spider Rico. He loses to Apollo Creed.
Yep.
Where isn't that a draw? I thought it was a draw.
No,
No,
man,
he
you can't.
lost.
Man, you got to decisively beat the champ.
That's it. Okay. Now in Rocky 2, he beats Apollo Creed.
Okay.
In Rocky 3, he loses to Clubber Lang. Then he beats Clubber Lang. Same movie.
Right.
In Rocky 4, he beats the Russian. Right. Okay. In Rocky 5,
Thanks to Apollo Creed, right?
Who loses to the Russian?
No, he gets killed.
Gets
yeah, he
killed.
gets
Yeah.
killed, and then Apollo Creed's trainer ends up training Rocky.
Right.
Okay. In 5, there was no. The only fight was a street fight with
That's
him and
right.
Tommy Gunn. So that doesn't
Right.
count. And in 6, he loses.
John Wayne's nephew.
Is that right?
grandson?
Is that right? Wow.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Good movie knowledge there.
Okay. And then in number 6, he loses to Mason the Lion Dixon. Did you guys see Rocky 6?
No.
I did not see. I was rockied out by the time the
Was
6
he?
one came.
Rocky
That was
5, I
actually good.
vaguely remember. Rocky
That was
5.
terrible.
Yeah.
Rocky 5 was bad.
Yeah.
Okay. And this
That was a money grab.
The first one was the best. The first one was. The first one's always the best, with the exception
I
of.
like number 3 too.
Although I have to say the Alien movies, Aliens 2 was the best one. Sigourney
And
Weaver
actually,
was killing all
the
the aliens.
Godfather 2, I thought was better than Godfather.
Really?
1. Yeah, I
Okay.
did.
Around the corner, the sequel to Anchorman 2 is going to be coming out.
Oh my God.
Oh, that one.
They say it could be the best. That could be better than the first
I
one.
think I'll
I
skip.
hope so. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, here's
Ron Burgundy.
Yeah.
Here was an
Stay
interesting fact,
sexy.
though. Okay, while filming Rocky, both Stallone and Carl Weathers, remember he
Sure.
played for
Former Raider.
Former Raider,
That's
that's right. Suffered injuries during the shooting of the final fight. And here's the funny thing, funny, strange. Stallone suffered bruised ribs, and Weathers suffered a damaged nose, which was the exact opposite of what their characters had.
Mm-hmm.
Remember?
That's right.
Apollo Creed gets the ribs, and
Yeah.
he gets the broken nose for the
That's
first time. Okay, let's see here. I thought this was kind of cool. Okay, you guys know Mark Cuban,
Sure.
Dallas Mavericks. I don't know. Do you ever watch him on Shark Tank?
No.
Fun play. He's great on that. Okay,
That's a
so,
reality TV show?
yeah. It's
Okay.
basically it's like guys who are
Was he
it's like
on
venture
the
capital.
Was he on The Apprentice too?
He might have been.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Mavericks have not updated their look since the 2001-2002 campaign. All right, so it could use a little change. Things get stale, right? So he wants to. So basically, here's what Cuban did. He wanted the fans to provide the team's new uniforms.
Oh boy.
Okay, so instead of going to a PR firm, paying that and all that, he basically sends it out to the crowd. So the thing is, a lot of people go, "Oh, he's just being cheap." Well, no, Cuban's not a cheap guy, and I think he's, it's one thing to play on the fans, issue, back and forth. He's going to get more ideas.
Yeah, more. Maybe so athletes were creative.
Exactly.
Credit. Yeah.
But here's the catch. I thought was kind of cool. Who will own the design? Now, the way he says it here, the minute you post it, the Mavericks will. And he says, if you think it's horrible that the Mavs own your design, don't post it. But if you think it's cool that the Mavs, this is from Cuban himself, that the Mavs could possibly use your design and you'll have eternal bragging rights, then post it. Okay? And he says he may even throw some tickets in there. And it says if your design is close, if not identical to other designs, we'll pick one of them. And for whatever reason, if you don't get picked, that's the way it
Sounds
goes.
like a cheap way to get some creativity. I see it in radio. Again, I don't mean to sound cynical, but I see radio stations hiring super fans, and some of them are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's the same thing. Get the most for the cheapest.
Okay.
He's a smart businessman,
I think partly, though, it's still just interaction with the
Oh,
fans. He says,
sure. Yeah.
He says if we don't choose any of the designs, including yours, then we don't choose any of the designs. That's life in the big city. Move on. And so, people talk about, all the ethics of this, again, him, taking from the public. But actually, I think what he's trying to do, I think it's smart, because what happens if someone else comes up with a design that's kind of close to somebody else? Each one's going to say, no, that's mine, and it's going to be a big lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's being really smart by just saying, we're not going to pay anybody.
Yeah.
You're just going to donate it, and if we pick it, we pick it. Very, very, very smart to me.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, so then I'm reading this thing here too, and it says that the New Orleans Hornets announced their existence. They're going to change the name. Did you hear that?
Yeah, they're going to be the Pelicans.
The Pelicans.
That's the state bird.
Yeah. Well, that makes
For
that
Louisiana.
makes sense. That was the old. What was it? Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, to the Bobcats.
And then,
Okay.
yeah, Charlotte wants to change the name back to the Hornets.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that'll be just a little confusing, but. See,
And
I-
they're the Bobcats.
They were
huh?
the Bobcats.
Because I was looking at this and I'm going.
Indigenous to North
Yeah.
Carolina.
Well, how about the LA Lakers? I mean, they used to be the Minneapolis
Minneapolis
Lakers. There's no lakes in LA.
That's how they got their
Come
name.
on.
I know. I got to thinking about this. I thought, okay, New Orleans Hornets. Hornets, a new scary kind of
Yeah.
creature, right? In theory.
Ever been stung by one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Not so
exactly.
funny then.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And the Pelicans. I mean, I guess it's because the state bird. Because I'm thinking,
Yeah.
ooh, scary, intimidating Pelicans. How about the Frogs? What's next? The Sharks are going to change their names to the Minnows. I mean, you got to get something kind of intimidating out there, right?
Yeah,
The Pelicans aren't intimidating.
Hey, if the Sharks had lost the other night, they would have been minnows.
True. Well, what are the athletics supposed to be anyway? Is that the sport? Is that? I guess it's supposed to be that big elephant, isn't it? Remember
The white elephant.
the white
is-
elephant that came from New York too? But John McGraw, this is going way back. John McGraw, the manager of the New York Giants, did not want to play the Kansas or the Philadelphia A's because they were in the American League, and he said they're a bunch of white elephants.
Yeah, look at them. There's a bunch of white elephants
Yeah,
out there.
that was an insulting. And so the Connie Mack thought, hey, I like that. We're elephants. So he used a little logo of an elephant. That's why it's.
So athletics, though, I'm kind of guessing that it came along the same lines. The Giants, apparently the way they got their name was because some of the guys were really tall.
Actually, it was the manager of the team was so excited one time. A guy named Jim Butry back in the 1890s, I think. He said, "Oh, my boys, my Giants," and he meant superlatives, and that's basically what it was. I mean, that's what I've heard.
Okay.
Maybe you've heard different.
Well,
I'll buy that.
Because some of these names they come out with, the Louisville Colonels,
I like
Oh,
that.
the minor league names are great.
I love the
Yeah.
Louisville Colonels. That's great. Yeah,
or the Brooklyn Bridegrooms.
that's a classic.
That's
yeah,
that
yeah.
one, and then they
Yep.
came out to the Brooklyn Dodgers, which are
Brooklyn
the
Dodgers.
Brooklyn Trolley
Trolley
Dodgers,
Dodgers.
right?
Well, people forget in Los Angeles before the freeways were built in the 1920s, they had trolley cars, and I guess the whole thing was bought off by the oil companies and the auto companies, and they wiped out the trolley system in LA, which was very efficient up until the 1930s. True story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quick question for you guys. From college to pros, some just don't quite make it. Now, Archie Griffin, we've talked about him before, the only two-time Heisman winner, right? 74, 75?
Yes.
Okay. Greg, funny. Didn't Greg Oden come out the same time as Kevin Durant? I think, if I'm not
From
mistaken,
Ohio
they came
State.
up the same year.
Might have been.
And Odin still wants to come back.
Yeah. Well, you can't blame him. What else is he going to do right
Yeah.
now?
The difference between the players now, Oden, unfortunately, he had, his injuries.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And he also had some nude photos apparently floating around somewhere. Now, with Durant, if I'm not mistaken, he lives a pretty clean life, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, no
Yeah,
question.
you don't read anything bad about him.
No.
He's an exemplary figure and a good guy too. He wasn't he out here Vernon recently for? He was out here when they were playing the Warriors. He came to a Giants game and actually held court with the media.
In fact, my son, I have a picture. My son got an autograph from him. It was caught on TV,
Nice,
and they later played it on that night.
sweet.
What's the size difference?
Between Jake and Kevin. Actually, it was taller because Durant was down in the dugout and
Oh,
he
there
was
you go.
standing on top of the dugout.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
Now, why do you think? Case also like Cal Ripken, we talked about him, very very clean life. Why do you think some of these college athletes, who are just fantastic in college, don't quite make it?
System
Is
that
that
they're
right?
in. They're playing in a system that's comfortable to them. They don't have any injury problems. Maybe the right coach. Pete Maravich played, I think, about 8 years in the NBA and never was a great player in the NBA. But in college, he was unbelievable.
Still holds the record.
But-
doesn't he? 45 points
He-
average. Or
But
something?
he played for his dad,
Mm-hmm.
and his dad understood him, and he also could do things that no college athlete could figure out a way to stop him. And the pros, they can,
I
figure
mean,
out a way.
going from college to pro. I
Oh,
mean, now
boy.
you might as well just go from 30 miles an hour to 60 miles an hour in the left lane. I mean, it's just cranked up so much more. And I mean, here we are, a bunch of beer swilling guys talking here. But I mean,
Wait, did you
who
bring the
won't
beer?
know?
Did I forget it today?
But it just is just a whole.
It's very true.
Even the elite college athlete. I mean, well, it's one of the canned responses we get when training camp comes is, man, boy, the speed of the game.
Yeah.
Man, I had no idea it was
Football
this
players.
fast.
You mentioned football.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the football is it's amazing. The pro and the differences between the pro and the college, the way they hit each other. Oh my gosh! I mean, these
Okay,
guys
well then, how come some of these players who were just decent in college do really well in the pros?
Again, you get the right system. Maybe your body matures a little bit more. Maybe something clicks upstairs. You get the right coach. I think a lot of it just has to do with good circumstances and luck, don't you, Bert?
I do too. Hey, look at Joe Montana, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, he was a great athlete, and he was.
He was good in college.
He was really good
Really
in college.
good in college.
A lot of those
Yeah.
comebacks, but then
Yeah.
what was he, third round pick in
Yeah.
the pros or whatever, and he just kind of. Steve DeBerg went down. He got his shot, and then boom, whammo!
Well, and
Great system.
Yeah, they had great system and great players too. And Walsh.
Now you take Steve Young. I mean, not Stevie. You take Joe Montana. Maybe let's say the Detroit Lions get him.
Yeah.
Does he have that career?
Probably
Who
not.
knows?
Probably not.
That's a good point.
But then there's guys that get up there and they just somehow, some way they just figure it out and they just win games.
Well, Colin Kaepernick. I mean, he was good in college. Right? I don't hear too much about his college career.
He was very good, but he was playing with a small college, kind of obscure, not for us out here, but for the rest of the country.
Talk about a guy that had an axe to grind. Did you know? Your audience might even know this because I just found out I was talking to his dad. When he was at Nevada, he was begging for Jeff Tedford to come watch him throw.
Wow.
And Tedford was going to come, and then something happened for whatever reason. He ended up not showing up.
Mm.
Just didn't show up. I'd be like, they'd be like, hey, your dad's gonna pick you up, and you're like out there, you're in front on the porch, doesn't show up, or whatever. Just did not show up. Well,
oh, man. You're talking about when he was in high school now.
this is when he was in.
Oh, was he in college?
Yeah,
was in Nevada.
I'm sorry. When he was in high school.
Yeah, when he was in high school, because
Oh.
Tedford could have picked him up. Can you imagine that Cal, if they had that guy,
No.
how much better Cal would have been? Tedford would still be there today.
Yeah. So he goes to Nevada,
Yeah.
and then when they play Cal, look what on national TV.
That's right. Yeah.
He shredded. He
Yeah.
took Cal and tore him apart.
Yeah. That was
It
the
was-
beginning.
it was-
That was the beginning of the end.
Oh
for
my
Tedford.
God! Oh,
that really was.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah. That's a great story. I did not know that. That's a great story.
Mm-hmm. Had that axe to grind.
Wow.
Jim Valvano could have had Julius Erving.
No.
And
Oh,
his brother Bob said, "Hey, you got to go see this kid."
Yeah.
And so for whatever reason, Jim kind of half-heartedly went and looked at him and I can't play for me. Can't believe that was done. That was Julius
Jeez.
Erving.
And he goes to UMass, and the rest is
And
history.
when it was when Jim was at Iona.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to cut to our third and final commercial break. Here's the trivia question. Again, the theme is the Rocky movies. In the original Rocky, which professional boxer makes his cameo appearance? First three callers with the correct answer are going to win a free 3-day, 2-night stay at the Lighthouse Resort. Their website is lighthouse4fun.com. Call 888-660-4495 to answer this question. In the original Rocky, which professional boxer makes a cameo appearance? 888-660-4495. Make sure to include your name, email address, speak slowly, and spell out your email letter one letter at a time. And don't touch that dial because we're going to have some great closing comments here on Sports Econ 101.
I know the answer to that one.
Yeah.
I know that one.
Philadelphia zone, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I figured you got one
Yeah.
easy one.
Didn't Crease say something like, oh no, it was, wait, who was the